Russia's domestic fuel market has collapsed into crisis. After a series of drone strikes on oil refineries, wholesale gasoline prices reached previously unseen levels. Russian media reported this. According to the St. Petersburg Commodity and Raw Materials Exchange, on Monday, a ton of AI-92 gasoline cost 71.5 thousand rubles and AI-95 80.43 thousand. Over the past day, the cost has grown by 1.33% and 2.2% respectively, and since the beginning of the year, the growth has amounted to 38% and 49%. To try to contain the rise in prices, the Russian government announced a complete ban on gasoline exports until the end of August, later extending it until the end of September. However, experts estimate that export volumes are too small to affect the market. Russia is again at risk of facing a fuel shortage. Since the beginning of August, 3 refineries have been shut down in the country. Rosneft's Novokuibyshevsk and Saratov refineries, as well as Lukoil's Volgograd refinery, the largest in southern Russia and one of the country's top 10. The combined capacity of these enterprises is 29.8 million tons per year, which is about 11% of the total refining volume. Last year, according to Reuters calculations, Russia processed 267 million tons of oil. In addition, Rosneft's largest asset, the Ryazan Oil Refinery, which supplied Moscow and the region among other places, lost half of its capacity. The Syzran, Slavyansk and Afipsky refineries also came under attack. Oil and gas market analyst Mikhail Krutikhin explained that the rise in prices is explained not only by the shutdown of enterprises due to UAVs. We have very tricky prices for gasoline in the Russian Federation. 75% of the price is taxes. This is not the cost of oil, which is only about 7%. Not refining and not transportation. These are taxes. They are raised twice a year. So prices will continue to rise. Apparently, the export ban has somewhat curbed the growth of prices, but not dramatically. The main factor in the growth is the greed of the Russian government, the expert said. Thus, drone strikes on Russian oil refining have only accelerated the crisis processes, and structural problems in the economy and tax system are making the situation on the fuel market even more difficult.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un condemned South Korean U.S. military drills and vowed a rapid expansion of his nuclear forces to counter rivals, state media said Tuesday, as he inspected his most advanced warship being fitted with nuclear-capable systems. Kim's visit to the western port of Nampo on Monday came as the South Korean and U.S. militaries kicked off their annual large-scale summertime exercise to bolster readiness against growing North Korean threats. The 11-day Ulchi Freedom Shield, which the Allies describe as defensive, will mobilize 21,000 troops, including 18,000 South Koreans, for computer-simulated command post operations and field training. North Korea has long denounced the Allies' joint drills as invasion rehearsals, and Kim has often used them to justify his own military displays and testing activities aimed at expanding his nuclear weapons program. The Korean peninsula remains in a technical state of war, divided by the demilitarized zone into North Korea and South Korea. While inspecting the warship Cho Hyun, a 5,000-ton class destroyer first unveiled in April, Kim said the Allies' joint military drills show hostility and their supposed will to ignite a war, the North Korean Central News Agency said. He claimed that the exercises have grown more provocative than before by incorporating a nuclear element, requiring the North to respond with proactive and overwhelming countermeasures. The security environment around the DPRK is getting more serious day by day, and the prevailing situation requires us to make a radical and swift change in the existing military theory and practice and rapid expansion of nuclearization, KCNA paraphrased Kim as saying, using the initials of North Korea's formal name, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The government of South Korea's new liberal president Lee Jae-myung, who has expressed a willingness to repair ties and resume dialogue with the North, did not immediately respond to Kim's comments. South Korea's defense ministry said it had no immediate new assessments to share regarding the North Korean warship's capabilities. Kim has hailed the development of his naval destroyer, Cho-Hyun, as a significant advancement toward his goal of expanding the operational range and preemptive strike capabilities of his nuclear-armed military. State media said the destroyer, which is being prepared to enter active duty next year, is designed to handle various weapon systems, including anti-air and anti-naval weapons, as well as nuclear-capable ballistic and cruise missiles. The North unveiled a second destroyer of the same class in May, but the vessel was damaged during a botched launching ceremony at the northeastern port of Chongjin, prompting an angry reaction from Kim, who called the failure criminal. The North has said the new destroyer, named Kong Khan, was relaunched in June after repair, but some outside experts have questioned whether the ship is fully operational.